let's get into it. Why do I love coaching? It is the best job in the world. For me, it is the absolute best job in the entire world. I really love working with whether it is working with people in the classes or whether it is working with individual clients on a one-to-one or whether it is remote coaching clients, whatever it is, I freaking love, just absolutely love the process of coaching and working with them and building the relationship with the client, understanding where they want to go, what they want to do, why they want to do it, and then figuring out things that will help them get to where they want to go and working with them on that to implement things that are going to get them into the right place and get them to where they want to go and get them to where they want to be in their life. And I think the first thing sort of on why I like doing it is making a difference. It really coaching and being a coach and someone and an individual having a coach can really make a difference to someone's life. And I think being a coach, you can really impact people's lives in a really big way. There's sort of a couple of things that generally pop to mind when you think of coaches and what they do for people, and whether it is getting rid of people's pain, whether it is helping them move better, helping them be more functional, and helping them be able to just, whether it is get in and out the car without pain. Like you see how many people you see them get into a car and it's, oh, my back, or oh, my legs, or they get up out of bed in the morning and they're in pain, like in discomfort, whatever it is. Making them more functional can really help them like give back their life, lets them be more functional, lets them go and do things, whether it is for those that are specifically for those that are perhaps a touch older, whether it is to go and play with grandkids, whether it is to go and play with kids, like whatever, with their own kids, like whatever it is, helping them live pain-free, I think is a massive, a really big impact on someone's life. If you go from spending years with discomfort and years with, whether it is in the back or legs or whatever it is, years with discomfort, there is a huge amount that training and well-programmed training and a good coach can have a huge impact on someone's life in getting rid of that pain and allowing them to then live pain-free. It's not something that I've necessarily dealt with in a different sense for me, and worked with it on myself as sort of self-coached, I guess is the right thing to say. I think having low back pain is something that I have suffered with previously and suffered with extensively, like to a point where it was a daily thing, with sort of mostly self-inflicted, for the most part, self-inflicted low back pain from perhaps not quite training the right way. This is obviously when I was a lot younger, perhaps not quite training the right way, perhaps not caring quite so much about mobility, perhaps not quite caring so much about functionality and those kind of things. And it did lead to a lot of low back pain, and I struggled with it for a while. For a long time, I couldn't squat at all. I couldn't squat without lower back pain, and it wasn't necessarily spinal pain. It was sort of QL and erector sort of discomfort and those kinds of things. Sorted all that out, and there is a huge difference when you go from living with something like that every day. Not to say that mine was that bad, not to say that at all, but when you go from living with that on a daily basis to then not having it at all, I think the impact that has on someone's life is huge. So I think as a coach, and one of the reasons why I love coaching is that you can have that huge impact on someone's life. I think another thing would be losing weight. Someone that you think someone is perhaps 100, if you think for a big guy, someone who is really carrying extra body fat, it could be upward 130, 140 kilos, and they get down to even perhaps get down to 100 kilos, perhaps get down to 90. That difference, for obviously it happens over a long period of time, but that difference going from being that far overweight, and perhaps for perhaps this example, they would be, or in most cases, they would be very unhealthy at that weight. At the 140, 150 kilos, for the most part, you would be very unhealthy. Aside from strongmen, a little bit different case. But yeah, then working with an individual like that and helping them lose that weight I think is a hugely rewarding thing for the individual, because it really allows them, gives their life back to them. They're much more maneuverable. They can live a much healthier life. They can live a much fitter, stronger lifestyle overall, and I think that's really gives someone their life back and gives them the ability to then do more, or do huge amounts more than what they were able to previously.